Hello guys, it's Debbie. It's time. I've got a brand new location. 10510 Airline Highway, Baton Rouge, next to After 5 Tuxedos. We have the perfect spot to get all your wedding and formal wear needs. Come see our one-of-a-kind name brand and get great prices. With 30 years experience, the best customer service anywhere. It's Debbie's Bridal, Airline Highway, Baton Rouge. See you soon.
You could be driving.
Honda has won more U.S. News and World Report awards than any other brand in the last decade. And now you can add another one to the list, being named the best car brand of 2022. Come get your Honda today at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda on Siegen Lane.
Visit Treads & Care Tire Company's new location on Hooper Road in Central. Locally owned for over 50 years, Treads & Care is known for quality automotive repair and top-notch customer service.
I'd like to invite you to come out and see us at our new location in Central.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Hello and welcome as we start today's edition of the Clarence Bug Show. Here's hoping all is well with you and yours in your little slice of heaven since the last opportunity we had to spend some time with you and yours at the end of last week. Boy, what a difference a few days can make, right? We all knew it was coming. Heat and humidity in South Louisiana. It's that time of year, y'all. We are looking at potentially 90-plus degree days for the next week or so. So obviously, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Listen, I get it. I know you've been in Louisiana most of your life. I get that. But some things, particularly for those of us that are getting up there a little bit in age, your body no longer adjusts to these changes the way it used to. Never too early to start the process of hydration because as the body ages, our ability to retain that moisture substantially subsides. So, word to the wise is supposed to be sufficient. By the way, guys and girls, May is National Water Safety Month. Here in Louisiana, we are blessed with an abundance of it. We've got lakes, we've got rivers, we've got ponds, we have an ocean, the whole nine. And as a result, this time of year, starting here and on through September, quickest way to cool off, take a dip. Unfortunately, however, the Louisiana Department of Health reports a 60% increase in infant and child drownings in 2020. It is the leading cause of death for children under the age of 5, drowning. It is something that can so easily be rectified if you are an individual that cannot swim. Obviously, you can't teach your children. And in today's economy, with things being what they are, many people aren't able to afford swim lessons for their children. But in Louisiana, it's almost a must, y'all. It's a must because you never know at any given moment when it could save someone's life. Your life, the life of your children, whomever. It is, for many people, something they have gone so long without that they don't give as serious consideration as they should to learning. Now listen, I get it. A part of the human experience, phobias, all sorts of them. And when it comes to water, swimming, and learning to swim, for many people, it's almost a phobia. Thank you, God, that you blessed me with two wonderful parents that put their kids in the water probably as soon as they could walk. And as a result, never had to think twice about it. I have found myself on 2 occasions that I can think of right off the bat that had I not known how to swim, might not be here today. It is something that in our state, with the abundance of water and aquatic activities, it's something that's a must. So if at all possible, get your children the experience of learning how to swim. You never know when it will come in handy. And of course, recently, we just had the horrific case in New Orleans where 3 children ended up in the Mississippi River, and by all accounts, all 3 suffered a drowning. This is something, y'all, that we can fix. There are a whole lot of things in life that are completely beyond our control, but this, y'all, is not one of them. Also, again, the time of year where we engage in outdoor recreation many times has to do with water. Water safety, y'all, particularly if you have a boat, are anticipating getting a boat, you have a friend with the boat, and you go out with them fishing, recreating regularly, whatever. Cannot stress how important it is. You got to have personal flotation devices, y'all. Just this weekend, there was a situation at Grand Isle where a boat capsized with, I think it was 7 people on board. Fortunately for them, a wildlife and fisheries agent happened to be on his patrol along the beach at Grand Isle, saw the boat turn over and the people in distress. This individual, and I have his name here, give me just a second because I want to be sure to send props out to Sergeant Rhodes of the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries. Saw what was going on. Oh, and also, lest I forget, a couple of good Samaritans that assisted him. The sergeant had his boat tied up with his truck a little ways down the beach. Good Samaritan happened to be on an ATV, put him on the back, sped to the truck, helped him unload the boat, get it in the water, and after getting to the scene of the capsized boat, the occupants informed them, we can't find the 7-year-old girl that was with us. We don't know where she is. So after securing them, Sergeant Rhodes then dove down, managed to find the girl, brought her up. She was unresponsive. He then started CPR, revived her, and by then paramedics had arrived on scene, and doctors say she is expected to make a full recovery. My point is this: you can't depend on happenstance, the goodwill of others, and alleged common sense to put a 7-year-old on a boat without a personal flotation device secured to that 7-year-old is almost criminal. If you've ever been in a boat where there's been an accident, you know how quickly things can go south. You can be the best swimmer in the world, but if you're involved in a crash in a boat, find yourself knocked unconscious and in the water without a personal flotation device, then you are upping the chances that you will end up on the 6 o'clock or 10 o'clock news or on the Clarence Bug Show. That's something that is too easily avoidable. I've been swimming since probably 4th grade, 5th grade at the latest, and I refuse to set foot on anybody's boat that does not have a dedicated personal flotation device for every person on the boat, not to mention the throwables. You got to have a flotation device. Typically, we use them to sit on the seats. And you know what it's like in South Louisiana in the summer in an aluminum bateau. Those seats can get pretty hot. So when you buy that cushion, make sure that it is flotation approved. That way, if something happens, passengers are thrown from the boat and for whatever reason aren't wearing that flotation device, you can take that seat cushion and throw to them. And who knows, it may just end up saving a life. Listen, y'all, I love my Louisiana as much, if not more, than the next person. I love the sportsman's paradise, the many places that we can fish, we can ski, we can tube, we can scuba dive, the whole nine. But at the end of the day, as much fun as all these things are, that pales in comparison to what can happen and the horror that unfolds when it does happen. It's that time of year, y'all. Word to the wise is supposed to be sufficient. Get her done, and let's get through this summer and not have to entertain any more tragic stories of people losing their lives because they're doing nothing more than enjoying the water in the sportsman's paradise. We are heading up to our first break of today's show. It is, of course, the Tuesday show, and when we come back, it will be the second segment. So you know what that means, right? Clarence, we know, because all them stupid people in the world, particularly here in America, it's time, y'all. Another edition of Now That's Just Stupid. And boy, we got a couple doozies. We got a couple doozies. The amazing thing about humanity, particularly as of late, it seems as though just when you think that we as a species cannot get any more stupid than we are, all you have to do is just keep on breathing, because it's coming. That's next, after the first break of today's show, right where you've got it on the Clarence Bug Show, only on the Pelican. Stay close.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Mandafine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Mandafine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Mandafine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
Bolello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Whirlpool savings. Shop now and save on Whirlpool appliances throughout the store. Plus, experience our price match guarantee and ask about special financing.
You can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day.
Bolello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent with nationwide buying power.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
I'm self-employed and didn't report all my income. They claim I owe a lot more than I do.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
Tax Solutions Now saved my business.
I qualified for the Fresh Start program. I paid less than I owed.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 800-778-4345. 800-778-4345.
The Mazda CX-30, named an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. Perfect for the journey ahead.
Start your journey in a new Mazda CX-30. Right here at Team Mazda on Airline.
Hi, gang. Clarence Bugs here, inviting you to come by Old School Barbecue, 10655 Coursey Boulevard, where we tape the show live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 11 o'clock. Come by and feast on news, sports, current events, love of God and country, and lots of common sense, along with some of the best barbecue anywhere on the planet. 10655 Coursey Boulevard, Old School Barbecue, home of the Clarence Bugs Show.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golf and Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Denham Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to greystonecountryclub.com.
Welcome back to today's edition of the Clarence Bugs Show, and it is time, y'all. Second segment of the Tuesday show is entitled, now that's just stupid. You'll notice, as the graphic shows you, we're not talking about your traditional STUPID. That's just regular, ordinary, everyday stupid. What we're talking about here requires its own spelling. STOOPID, as in, now that's just stupid. We start this segment, surprise, surprise, with the hosts of Marty's favorite TV show, The View. You're going to hear a lot of things. You've already heard a lot about the draft of the Roe v. Wade decision by the highest court in the land, the Supreme Court. And the left losing their freaking minds. Now they've gone so far as to say, well, it's part of a plan. Next, they're going after biracial marriage. You won't be able to marry who you want. And they're going to do away with LGBTQ plus rights and, all sorts of insane things. Here's why you have to watch what you believe, what is fed to you via the media, social media, mainstream media. Joy Behar, one of the hosts of The View, last week as they were discussing the draft of the Supreme Court ruling, called for women to engage in a sex strike. Women, no more sex until the Supreme Court decides we can keep abortions. You see what happens when you allow your sanity and common sense to be hijacked by the media? This woman, apparently, in calling for a sex strike, didn't think it, I'm tempted to say, she didn't think it all the way through. She didn't even think to begin with. Of course, now, if you've ever watched that show, you have no problem understanding how she could come to this conclusion. But the fact of the matter is this: her response, rationale, reasoning to dealing with the problem of abortion is no sex, which means those of us that paid attention in biology class and those of us that have lived a little while and understand human nature, no sex, no pregnancies. No pregnancies, no babies. No babies, no abortion. Problem solved. One other quick sidebar. You ever notice, particularly in the mainstream media, the women named Joy are the ones that don't have any? Joy Behar, The View. Joy Reid, MSLSD. You never see him happy. It's always a scowl. It's always denigrating other people. It's always fussing about this, fussing about that. The women named Joy are the ones with the least amount of it. But I digress. Something else you're going to be hearing a whole lot about these days, and it's a political Democrat talking point: student loan forgiveness. It's a matter of fairness. Well, these people didn't get a degree, so I should pay for this? Student loan forgiveness. The liberals are trying to force Joe Biden and the Democrats to forgive up to $50,000 of student loan debt per student. Now, thank you, God, my only child is long since out of college, so I don't have to worry about that particular thing. Tuition costs, book costs, so on and so forth. But if you have a child that is in college or about to embark upon the college experience, and you are paying for it, you might want to keep track of your money. Recently, a list was compiled of the 15 stupidest college courses in America. Let me give you a quick overview. And keep in mind, when I tell you what college this course is currently being taught, think about the tuition that it costs. Pepperdine University, Introduction to Surfing. And you want me to pay for it, to forgive your student loan debt, because you took out a loan to go to Pepperdine and decided to take Introduction to Surfing. But apparently now you can't get a job surfing, so I should pay for it. Way to go, Pepperdine. Number 2, The Nature of Society, Beyonce and Intersectionality. Take a guess. What school? And you'd be wrong. TCU, Texas Christian University, offers its students for credit the course, The Nature of Society, Beyonce and Intersectionality. All righty then. Number 3. And this is at an Ivy League school, y'all. At Cornell University. Tree climbing. Marty and I were talking this morning. We learned to climb trees at what? I don't know, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade. You certainly would not make the jump from elementary school to middle school and couldn't climb a tree. Number 4, University of California, Berkeley, surprise, surprise, offers a 3-credit course, Arguing with Judge Judy, Popular Logic on TV judge shows. You can't make this up, y'all. Number 5. Alfred University in Alfred, New York offers, for credit, this course: Nip, Tuck, Perm, Pierce, Tattoo, Embalm. Adventures with Embodied Cultures. Number 6, Harry Potter, Understanding Good and Evil. Number 7, Going Viral. I guess they teach you how to tweet something that becomes all the rage on social media. Number 8, at UCLA, and you can just about imagine what tuition at UCLA is, Dealing Tactfully with Difficult People. I thought life was supposed to teach us that. This one you gotta love. You gotta love this one. Penn State University is offering, for a charge, of course, because there's nothing free, Penn State University offers the course called Cow to Cone. This is where they teach you how milk comes out of a cow and we turn it into ice cream. Penn State University. Number 10, Clap for Credit. It's a music course. You come in, you listen to the music, and then you clap. And you get a credit. You can't make this stuff up. And we wonder why our children are as screwed up as they are. Get this one. New York University offers a 4-credit course in failure. How have people dealt with failure that have come along before you? Number 12. And this is an SEC school, y'all. South Carolina offers a 4-credit course entitled Lady Gaga and the Sociology of Fame. Listen, y'all, I have achieved to whatever degree some fame. I can tell you it ain't all it's cracked up to be. A college course on Lady Gaga and the Sociology of Fame. Number 13, Introduction to World Puppetry. This is at UConn. They teach you how to pull the strings to make the puppet dance and how they do it around the world. Number 14, How the Simpsons Saved American Literature. If you believe that, you probably need somebody to teach you how to climb a tree. Thank you, God. My only child has her master's, is through with school, so that I don't have to pay for crap like this. Of course, now, if Joe Biden and the Democrats have their way, they're going to forgive all the outstanding student debt, and we'll get to pay for it anyway. Now that, my friends, is just stupid. Bottom of the hour break. We'll get it done, come back and talk more with you, right where you've got it, on today's edition of the Clarence Bug Show, only on the Pelican. Stay close.
Got termites? Get Premier Pest. PremierPestServices.com.
Driver assistance technology comes standard on every Camry model as part of Toyota Safety Sense, setting the standard for safety every time you're on the road, no matter the destination. Save on your Camry today at Team Toyota, I-12 at O'Neill.
Hi, I'm Katie, Operation Manager here at Old School Barbecue. We're excited about all of the changes here at Old School, and we'd like to invite everyone to come out and enjoy some delicious barbecue at Old School prices. We feature brisket, chicken, ribs, sausage, and the Boss Hog pulled pork sandwich voted best deal in town. We also have live music Friday and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. 10655 Coursey Boulevard. We can't wait to see you.
Hello guys, it's Debbie. It's time. I've got a brand new location. 10510 Airline Highway, Baton Rouge, next to After 5 Tuxedos. We have the perfect spot to get all your wedding and formal wear needs. Come see our one-of-a-kind name brand and get great prices. With 30 years experience, the best customer service anywhere. It's Debbie's Bridal, Airline Highway, Baton Rouge. See you soon.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
Hi, I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes.
And I'm Dr. Kay Siller with The Rocket Right Show.
We are two busy blondes on the go showing off life in Louisiana.
Watch us on Pelican Sports Network.
And Talk 107.3 FM. Check local listings for times.
Caught spiders. Premier Pest Services.
Today's edition of the Clarence Bug Show. Marty, if you would, just a tad more. Thank you kindly, sir. That's why you're the best at what you do, brother. As we were wrapping up the last segment, the leader of the free world, Joe Biden, President Joe Biden, took to the airwaves to talk to the American people about his plan to deal with inflation. Just this morning, and I'm sure this has happened to you as well, stop at the gas station to get some gas, and it's gotten so bad now where I try not to look at the price on the pump, because all that does is pour salt in an open wound. When you sit there and look at that price and you realize what the price was before y'all put Joe Biden in office, and less than a year and a half later, the pump per gallon price says what it is. And of course, Joe Biden today saying, well, I don't think our policies have hurt Americans, it's helped Americans. Y'all feel like you've been helped when you pull up at the gas pump and put the nozzle in? I drive what I consider to be a relatively efficient vehicle. Got a little Nissan Rogue, a little crossover, 4-cylinder, gets great gas mileage. This morning, stopped at a store on the way in and put $10 worth in the tank. The needle is like, bruh, you don't expect me to move or anything like that, do you? You know how you get in the car and you put however much gas you put in, you crank that puppy up, and you want to see how far the needle is going to move. That needle looked at me like, you have lost your freaking mind if you think I'm about to move after this. And, of course, the White House. More of the same. Well, it's the Putin price hike. More of the same old, which is a fancy way of saying we don't really have a plan. It might be funny if it were not for the fact that this is crushing middle and low-income people in our country. It might be funny if we at least felt relatively sure that the people in charge actually know what the heck they're doing. It might be funny if they understood what the ramifications are in this regard. Inflation ravaging the country the way it is means it's not just what you pay at the pump that's going to go up. I mean, you do understand the old saying, if you bought it, a truck brought it. Meaning, just about every single thing you buy, whether it came over on a ship, whether it came over on a train, at some point you have to take it off the ship or off the train or off the plane, put it on a truck, and have it delivered where it needs to go for you to purchase. Now, if you know anything at all about economics, you understand if the trucks that are bringing you stuff have to pay more for the gasoline to get your stuff where it needs to go, they're not just going to eat that cost, y'all. That cost, as exorbitant as it is now for gasoline, and oh my God, don't mention diesel, that cost class gets passed along to whom? You. We got a winner, Marty. They figured it out. That cost is going to be passed along to you. The trucking companies, the guys and girls that drive the rigs, they're not in this business to lose money. They are not in the line of work that they're in because I like trucks. I want to be around them. Any business is in business to turn a profit. So for Joe Biden and the Democrats to sit here and focus on the things that they've been focusing on is not only insulting, but it is ruining people's lives. It is estimated just on gasoline alone, you are going to spend, you being the average American, will spend $2,200 more this year just on gasoline. It's estimated the average family in America will probably spend upward of $3,000 this year just on the essentials, gas, food. An extra $3,000 just this year for the average American household. And at the rate that Joe Biden and the Democrats are going, you can pretty much bet that $3,000 figure is going to go up even more. I have spent, y'all, my entire professional life encouraging people to vote and encouraging people to make an informed decision. What you do after that, I can live with it. If you educate yourself on the issues, make an informed determination, and then decide I'm going to live by it, I have no problem with that. Because you've done your due diligence, you've done what Americans are supposed to do. Now, I get it. I understand that the media, mainstream, social media, big tech, and the Democrats, liberals / progressives, I understand, and hopefully now you do as well, that you got snookered. You got hoodwinked. Y'all were flat out bamboozled. And now you see it. What's the old adage? The proof of the pudding is in the eating. Pudding don't taste too good right now, does it? Unless, you got this thing about pudding, so much so you want to run out and spend $3,000 extra this year on pudding. Maybe now you will realize that the people, conservatives, that the mainstream media has been lying to you about, maybe now you will start to realize that social media and the demonization of half of the American public in hiding stories from you, Hunter Biden laptop, big tech in hiding from you anything they don't want you to know about, maybe now you'll start to realize, Clarence been telling me for a long time these people have an agenda. I still don't know if it's true or not, but I know I'm kicking out $3,000 extra for gas and food this year. So maybe he was on to something. Just saying. Just saying. And rest assured, between now and the midterms, if you think they've been hiding the truth from you, just wait. If you think, man, they've been lying to me about this all this time, just wait. We've already seen it. Just a draft of a Supreme Court decision dealing with abortion has these wacko nut jobs running around talking about, you know what's next, right? They're going to ban interracial marriage. You can't marry who you want to marry. And sadly, there's a lot of y'all this day that when you get off from work or when you get ready to catch up on the news, you still are going to worship at the altar of CBS, NBC, ABC, CNN, LOL, and MSLSD. And then you wonder why you find yourself just about every other day going, wait a minute, I didn't know about that. You find yourself going, when did that happen, Al Sharpton? When did they start locking up toothpaste in the store? What did I miss? Everything. Too busy lying, scheming, and conniving to do what's right for this country. Of course, now, if you believe it, That's what 81 million of y'all voted for. Tried to tell you. Maybe next time you'll take it a little more serious. I'm not banking on it, but you cannot say that you weren't told. Final break of today's show. Speaking of the left losing their minds and, surprise, surprise, the women of The View, we'll wrap it all up with that when we come back for the final segment of today's edition of the Clarence Bugg Show, only on the Pelican. Stay close.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Mandafine Meats, the flavor says it all.
Treads & Care Tire Company announces its new location on Hooper Road in Central. Locally owned for 50 years, Treads & Care is known for quality automotive repair with top-notch customer service. Treads & Care offers the convenience of shuttle service and pickup and delivery of your vehicle. You can also enjoy the comfortable customer area, complete with workstations, high-speed internet, and a complimentary coffee bar.
I'd like to invite you to come out and see us at our new location in Central.
Treads & Care, the tires you need and the service you want.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golf and Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Denham Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to GreysstoneCountryClub.com.
Tremonti's has meat. Tremonti's has seafood. Tremonti's has much more. Tailgating and home gating platters. Huge wine and liquor selection. Beer and all the spices you need. Chairman Reserve and Wagyu meats. Ribeye rolls, shrimp rolls, kebabs. 20 flavors of sausage for the grill. Daily lunch specials and game processing. On-site catering also available. Good meat ain't cheap and cheap meat ain't good. Visit Tremonti's.com.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With Private Healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private Healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready, and health insurance is your financial safety net. Health insurance has never been so easy and affordable. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, call the number on the screen now and speak with a live healthcare consultant. Don't wait. Get the coverage you need now.
Today's edition of the Clarence Bugg Show. You know, because of the ludicrousness involved, and because, like any ordinary American, I love a good joke. Marty's been trying to get me to watch The View. I may have to take him up on that. Did you see last week, Sunny Hostin? I'm going to channel my inner Louisianian, bless her little old stupid heart, in talking about, and this had absolutely nothing to do with what she's talking about, but that's never stopped a progressive before from letting us all know how stupid they are. She says to her fellow Black and another Latino co-host, she says, I feel like it's an oxymoron, a black Republican. But as most good liberals do, she couldn't leave well enough alone. She had to dig that hole even deeper. I don't get black Republicans, and I don't get Latino Republicans. I don't understand y'all. First of all, Sonny, let me channel my inner elementary child. So freaking what? You don't get me. Maybe it's not for you to get. As a flaming liberal, I wouldn't imagine that you, quote, would understand or get the fact that I love my God, the only thing I love more than my country. You don't get me? Maybe it's not for you to get me. Marty, you about to get me in trouble. Who does this woman think she is? As an American, I have the right to think what I want, vote the way I want, believe in what I want to believe in, whether you like it or not, or whether you get us or not. See, this is the problem in America, y'all. This idiot, because of her feelings, wants through legislation to deny the most basic of constitutional rights to half of this country. How freaking stupid can you get? Of course, now, this is one of those people that slept in civics class. She has no understanding at all that as Americans, and this is why they want you to be black. They don't want you to be an American, they want you to be black, or they want you to be gay, or they want you to be pro-life or anti-life. They don't want you to be Americans. See, because as an American, the scales are balanced. I have the exact same rights that you have. You have the same rights that I have. None of us have any more than any other American. As an American, we all have the same rights. Now, you, as an American, are not allowed to do anything that deprives any other American of a right. Because when you do, now the scales that were balanced are now tipped, which is why I have such a problem with affirmative action. You are tipping the scales in favor of one group of Americans over another. We're all the same. All of us as Americans. But now you want to take your precious little feelings and deny Americans a right. You show me in the 4 minutes and 31 seconds I have left in this show, you show me where it's written in the Constitution, the Bible, the Quran, wherever, you show me where it's written. I have the right to live my entire life and not have my feelings hurt. I'll save you the time of looking, because it isn't. Nowhere is it written. It's your feelings. And in case you didn't take the time to realize, as an American with the same rights that you have, I got my own feelings, and I don't feel the way you feel. Buck up, buttercup. Get used to it. That's how this country works. You like that one, Marty? Buck up, buttercup? That's the way it works. You and your precious little feelings, if I had enough time left today, I'd tell you what I really think about you and your feelings. And the horse y'all both rode in here on. Thank you, Marty. It's your feelings That's all it is. And in case you haven't figured it out yet, we don't care about your feelings. We don't care about them, nor should we. As Americans, we are guaranteed the right to have our own freaking feelings, whether you understand them or not. That's the way the Founding Fathers, in all of their wisdom, designed it to be. Now, if your lazy behind would not have slept through American history, if your lazy behind would have not slept through civics class, you'd understand this by now. But as a result, we now have these clowns on social media, mainstream media, that have you thinking, well, wait a minute. I got the right to live my life and never have my feelings hurt. Remember the skit on Saturday Night Live, Weekend Update, where at the end of the female reporter giving her absolutely stupid rant on whatever the topic was, and Chevy Chase would look at her after she finished and say, Jane, you ignorant, fill in the S word here. That's where we've arrived because of your feelings. Just imagine how many laws we could make because of people's feelings. But then imagine how many rights Americans are guaranteed that would not happen just because somebody's precious little old feelings were hurt. My late father, God bless him, after wearing the uniform of the United States Army for 27 years, is probably rolling over in his grave as we speak. All over your precious little feelings. Never thought I'd see this day. Just saying. Just saying. 10655 Coursey Boulevard. Old School Barbecue is where we tape the show live every Tuesday and Thursday. Rocket Right Radio, Tigers Roar, the whole nine. Stop by sometime, get your fill of some great barbecue, and you never know who you're going to meet when you walk through the door. That being said, y'all, you know the drill. My time's up, and I got to go. But this day, maybe more so than any other day in history, I give it to you. You know what? You are so right. You are spot on. America, we're not perfect. But for this old boy's money, it's the best there is, and God knows there's no place else on his green earth that I'd rather be. Speaking of the good Lord, you know he loves you, and you know I do too. Best news you're going to get all day, there ain't a doggone thing you can do about either one. We'll see you later. God bless.